Okie dokie. I believe we're up and running. As we should be. So make sure everything is running as it should be, because the 7-day stream I did about 4 days ago looks absolutely terrible on YouTube now, so let's just make sure everything is kind of how it should be anyway. Yes, welcome back to episode or live stream 3 of Viking Conquest here in the British Isles. We are currently a Ealdorman of the Kingdom of West Seaxe, better known as Wessex in later life. But we're still pretty small. We need to go on a bit of a recruiting spree, but we still need to persuade a lot of the local leaders to actually kind of join with us and let us recruit from the local areas. Okay, we can't. We need to. We do have some places we can actually hire from. We can hire from Ludenham North. I know we have good relations with. Hello, Whiskers. How are you today? Oh, no, my phone's going all over the place. Let's stop that. I think we're still at war with most of Wales, so we need to be a little bit careful. We had a bit of an issue last time. Now we're kind of losing a lot of. We lost a lot of our troops. So we kind of just need to go on a bit of a recruiting spree to get back on track. We also need to work on getting some money, because right now we have a little bit of money. However, we'll need more to actually start our own business, which is very important, I think. Are we charging them? Or are they charging us? They're charging us. Chaps, I guess. Wait, I mean, there's only 9 of them. It's probably not the end of the world. I haven't streamed this in about a week, so let's see if I can remember what I'm doing. We should really have our infantry kind of at the front, so let's move them there. There's only 9 of these guys, so I don't think we should be in too much of an issue here. Just in case. Let's not actually bring our infantry too far forward. See if we can do some damage with our throwing weapons, or at least damage the chap's shield. Nearly all of them have shields, so I think we can just charge. We don't really want our peasants on the front line, because they're going to be massacred by chaps with shields, given they don't have any. And of course we are fighting on foot, as most Anglo-Saxons would. When we get into much bigger engagements, we will probably use a horse, but we would probably still fight on foot. Don't you dare kill my peasants. Or me, for that matter. Oh, and we get a script warning. Interesting. Man, none of my games want to watch today. I was going to stream 7 Days to Die, but I think I think Darkness Falls needs an update. So I need to look into that, because it just wasn't working, it wasn't loading properly. I think it probably is that it needs some form of update in some capacity, because I did see on Twitch, I was checking on Twitch earlier just to see how things were going, generally with other streamers, and just to see if there are any things I wanted to watch. And it looks like Darkness Falls is now in version 0.41, and I might be in version 0.4, so that might be what's causing an issue. But such is life, it's not the end of the world. Whiskers, you know I know it's quite a few days ago now, but on the 7-day stream, the one I did before I went away, was the stream okay to watch? Because I uploaded it to YouTube and it's so grainy. Like when I had those issues before, it was kind of like that. I don't know if that was happening during the stream, or if that's just happened kind of within the encoding process afterwards. I'm not entirely sure. I wonder if you could let me know. Okay, so we've got a couple of spearmen and a couple of Dronga, but they are Norse, and as we are role-playing, we will not be taking any Norse prisoners that we can hire anyway. We will take this stuff. Just make sure everyone has their armour. I think Alchu here needs some better armour. Yes, he does. Most people now have this kind of variation of the yellow shirt type thing. Let's get the freeholder. Watchman, I think we can move up. And these freeholders we can move up as well because they're kind of spearmen with shields. They're going to be routed enemies, so we can't really do that. We need to try to do this prisoner quest, but it's not going to go very well, I don't think. I'm trying to remember where else we can recruit from. I know there's a couple of places. I feel like... Can we recruit from Scarborough? No. I think this is Scarborough. I presume it's Scarborough. Just off the name. But no. Will... That's a village. Oh, Wilson. There was a castle somewhere around here that I knew we could recruit from. Oh, run away. Run away from the scary Welsh lord. Let's not do that. That is not a good idea the best of times. The Welsh can be very scary. Oh, here we go. 6 Saxon freeholders. Excellent. So yeah, Escancester we can actually recruit some troops. I knew it was kind of one of the castles down this way. And they did say there was a feast over at Camboira, or Canterbury. I don't know if we're going to be able to get there in time. But it doesn't mean there'll be a feast there, which would be nice. I don't think Ealdorman... Oh, he is here. He doesn't really know us, though. Do you have any tasks to me that I can do? I don't want to do that. He's going to not like me, but I want to try to play this as a good guy, and it's going to mean that he's going to get all angry because, well, I don't want to go be chasing villagers all the time. That feels like a silly thing to do, and it also feels like a rather dastardly thing to do. So we're going to head to Cantwarbra. Is that how you say it? Cantwarbra. Essentially Canterbury. Mumain against Lethland. That's an Irish conflict. I don't think we need to be too worried about that. Doesn't look like there's actually any feasting thing going on here, but there is a ransom broke, which is good. Sell a bit of money. Switch this traveller. Okay, nothing particularly there of interest. Let's just head to the... Let's do some trading. Set off our random little bits. We will pick up some which isn't wheat or bread though, because it doesn't do particularly well for morale just to have one lot of food, but it is more expensive than perhaps would like. You, Ethelmod, you don't really like us. Do you have any tasks for me? No. Oh, he doesn't like us. He doesn't like me asking because we have bad relations and we just made those bad relations even worse. Maybe we won't stick with maybe we won't stick in Wessex, we'll have to see. We're going to stick with Wessex for now at least. Edmund Gadulf. Okay, you hold Professester. I'm absolutely butchering half these names, but hey ho. You are, I'm not doing a make anger or make a war mission. That's never going to go well, even though I wouldn't mind a war with the Norwegians. You don't like us already for some reason. Do you have any tasks for me? No. Because we've only got so many troops, but we can definitely get higher more. It's not an issue. I think we can probably take these guys on. This 22. We'll take these guys on. We're going to start holding position because I think that's a better thing to do. We do have quite a few peasants, however. We'll hold this little mound here. It's perhaps not ideal, but it's better than nothing. So infantry and spearmen hold the front, skirmishers and archers here, please. Kind of put our shield wall troops at the front. We have huge amount. I did ask. Oh, hang on. I asked my spearmen to go forward. I don't know why they didn't. They can go now. That's fine. Lots of chaps with shields. I'm hoping some of our range will be useful. There's 22 of them, however. They're actually in a shield wall, though, which is quite impressive. Actually, move our infantry slightly over there. At least our bowmen stand to fire. I suppose the benefits of the bowmen are that they do have better range, even if they're not as good as kind of the Pendor bowmen. Okay, let's go. We should get some good loot from this if we do win. He doesn't seem to have a weapon. I think his weapon must have broken. There we go. We are winning. We will take some losses here. That's okay. Come on, you bastard, you. There we go. Is that all of them? Yes, and we lost only 3 troops. Should do well for our morale or renown. Hopefully our coffers as well. We are sharing the loot because that is the done thing, really. Some of this stuff will suffer a little bit. We'll make sure that no one needs a new helmet. I'm sure someone does, to be honest. No, I guess not. Everyone has a shield. Okay. Everyone's pretty much set up. Now we'll head back to Winchester. Kind of the centre of all relations in Winchester. We'll sell our meagre amount of prisoners. Watchmen. Not for that amount. I forget how expensive mercenaries are in this mod. So this stuff should be worth a decent amount of money. We might actually be able to get a business here fairly soon, which would be actually really rather useful. Where do we actually own? We don't have any fiefs because we lost Baden. Yeah, I forgot we don't actually have any land. I'm recruiting. Can I negotiate with you? Because the time and help will be rewarded. We were too vague. Never mind, we'll speak to him again another time. Where are they all going? Do you have any tasks for me? Oh, this is the king. This is the one where we need to get the prisoners. Well, we can't do that just yet. Can you convince you to support me instead? No. Which makes sense, I suppose, but we're still a very lowly lord. However, I could really do with some land because I don't have any. We are right to defend this place here. Well, that's been raided by the Welsh. Okay, well, we will. I'd like to retake Barton. Only 122 people in there. But I've only got 34, so that's not really be a possibility. Yes, I'm still a very lowly lord within West Seaxe. Chippenham West. Can we recruit from here? Probably not. Let's go back to Luton North, because we know we can hire from there. We just need to be careful of all these Welsh lords around, because they're going to cause issues for us. Otherwise, we need to get past this bridge. while also not being attacked. Ludenham North, there we go. As we have decent relations with these people, so we couldn't actually, I say get some good troops, but clearly not. I want to meet the leader. Any tasks you have for me? I guess I'll go find your slave. It's not a pleasant job, but I'll go find your slave hideout and bring him back to justice. And he's going to be beaten, and basically he runs away because he was beaten, but we're going to have to bring him back anyway. We are very muscular, look at us. Okie dokie. Could you have not chosen a more convenient place, like at the bottom of the hill instead of the very top of the hill? I suppose it's a good lookout position, but still. I suppose, you know, no one's going to see you unless they're coming from this direction, which I suppose is a good thing. Come on. Come on. We're nearly there. Hello, slave. Greetings, traveller. I'm here to bring you back to your master. I do care about your destiny, but you still need to follow me because I want to do the job. I want positive relations with Ludenham North. I'm sorry. We're gonna have to go find this chap, and this. Sadly, this peasant, the slave, is gonna be beaten very severely. As we once we return him to the village elder. I'm guessing is that possibly that man down there, because I think we've done this quest before in this very village. We're going to return this slave to him, and then we're going to see him being beaten. There he is. Although he's magically put some clothes on now. He's going to get more bloodied as time goes on. It's really rather vile. And this man just carries on with his like woodworking behind. 2 more peasants. It's better than nothing. Perhaps not perfect, but we also don't want to overextend the amount of troops we have and then have to pay so much to troops that we can't afford. Okay, even this is only like 10 outlaws, we should get a decent amount of renown from this. Of course, the more renown we get, the more in time probably it will help us in many ways. Don't need clothes, to be honest. I suppose if you're a slave, clothes aren't really a necessity, are they? Right. Well, that's coming to us. We will get some more archers things as time goes on, though. Because having range from much further distance is useful. Because right now he's the only guy that's shooting. And it may not be the most powerful range in the world, but it is at least from a decent range. Which is important. Because these throwing weapons are diabolically short-lived. Okay, infantry charge and spearman charge. We don't really want our skirmishers to be taking the brunt of the fight here. Well, I guess if we can just charge now. But really, I want to keep our peasants alive so they can get experience. Okay. Well, you're running, as are you. No, don't you dare run. There we go. I got the throw in and that peasant finished the job. Well done you. We didn't actually lose anyone, which is good. We'll take the farmers. We're not going to take... I suppose no, actually no, we won't take the peasant women. I think they'll just dilute the army a bit too much. We'll get a couple of angled bowmen. They're not going to be as good, certainly, as the Briton archers. Because they seem to be less armoured, all things considered. We will take this to sell. We can head into Oxenford. We can't. Well, we can, but we don't have anything that we need really in there. The police are going all crazy. Can you teach me any poems? Yes, you can. 300 pennies to potentially get the lady of our dreams later on in life. Not a bad investment, all things considered. Trade with the locals. I can't remember how much it was for a business, but I think the cheapest one was about 9,000. I will need some money spare, so we definitely can't be going straight in for a business just yet. There's a lot of Welsh armies around, which I'm not all too fond of, especially as they're all going to come for me. Two separate Welsh armies. That's the problem. We are very high wages at the moment. It's causing a lot of issues for us. Just need to do more fighting as best we can. We can't go via Dorcham because that's going to be raided. Well, that is being raided. And we are struggling in terms of the old money. I wonder if we can do anything for Ealdorman Wolfred here. I support you, Ealdorman Wolfred, because that's going to make you like us a bit more. Any tasks for me? No. Okay, nothing at the moment that we can really do with him. Duh. Run away from the Welsh. This problem we can recruit, but at the moment we're just actually struggling in terms of money. So I think we might go try to deal with the Danish troops, kind of the Sea Raiders, the Danes. Because although they're a bit stronger to fight, they're also going to be worth a little bit more money, which will be useful. Okay, only 16 of them. We've got about double their amount of troops plus some, so that is good. Probably shouldn't let all our light troops run in first, though. However, although these are just ruffians. Can't imagine we'll have too much trouble. Actually, just charge. I don't think we'll have too much trouble with these guys, all things considered. Actually, they're all throwing rocks at us, so I suppose the quicker we can actually get close to them, the better. And this guy's attacking with a pitchfork, so... Ooh, decapitation. Nice. I love this game. Certainly by just today's standards, it's probably quite rough and ready, but I love this game so much. Yeah. Okay. We'll take the ruffians, but we can always drop them should we feel that there are better prisoners available. Watchman can go here. These won't be worth anything to anyone in terms of their armour, but they might in terms of something else. Someone's just sent me a very nice message on YouTube. That's very kind of them. I'll need to respond to that later. Pete Pullen, if you're watching, thank you very much. Right, back to Winchester, I think. There's Huithril. That reminds me, we don't have any of the elite, because he wants the elite bowman. Sorry, elite spearman, which I don't think we're going to get any chance of. We still have this prisoner, but no one's offering me any money for him, and eventually he's going to just run away. I wish because in Pendor you can actually speak to them, and it will they'll say, "Oh, my family can offer this amount of money for me," but not seemingly for this. Okie dokie. I think we can go over to East Anglia here, because that really is where I think we can actually make a good amount of money. we do need to be careful of that Welshman, and this Welshman, and all the Welshmen. Too many Welshmen. See, if we're a Viking, we can just go raid all the monasteries, but still. It's not an excellent idea. If we can find a couple of weak Welsh traders, that might be a good option as well. I know there do tend to be kind of a few Danes around here somewhere. The question is where? They are normally somewhere around here. Maybe they're more down in kind of Kent area. Ah, there we go. 9 elite Vikings. This could be a bit of a tall order. Just talking, more lading. I'll drink from your skull. We're gonna set up on this hill. I'm hoping that just our numbers will actually outmatch them. See, this is why I want to get the Brythonic archers as opposed to the Angles, purely because I think they have a bit more health or a bit more armor because he's got a helmet. So skirmishers, not cavalry. There's so many different groups in this mod. Infantry here. We have to use our infantry and our spearmen at the front, I think, to even stand a chance. While kind of our archers and our skirmishers kind of further back as the ranged option. My hope is though, with only 9 of them, we should be okay. Just to overwhelm them with numbers, if nothing else. Right. Our bowmen can see them. Where are they? It's very important we stay alive because we don't want to get any unnecessary wounds if we can help it. Oh, I see them. Okay. Well, let's see if we can join in the good old throwing of the spears. Oh, we actually did some damage. How about that? I'm very rarely use these throwing weapons, but in this mod it feels like I should, because like I said, bows aren't really as much of a thing in... Oh my goodness, we hit someone again. But bows aren't really such a thing in this mod. Infantry charge, spearmen charge, fight well, and charge. Thank you. And we'll leave our skirmishers and archers up the top as kind of a constant force of range if we can help it. Oh, he's a rather bulky chap, isn't he? Whenever in this mod is like rather bulked out. But he's got some good armor, mind. Because he's... Oh boy. Are we going to be knocked out here? Very possibly. Is he running? I think he's running. Come back here, sir. Everyone charge. Everyone charge. We might be able to catch up to him. I'm not going to be able to catch up to him because we've got the same kind of armor rating, but some of our skirmishers, our later troops, might actually make up to him. Come on. We're all chasing him. I shouldn't have used them. I should always, I suppose, leave maybe a couple of throwing weapons back as an option because I think he's going to, sadly, I think he's going to get away unless our range can kill him very quickly. Come on, lads. You got this. I don't think you've got this. Come on. Before he goes, once he goes to the crest of the hill, he's out of sight. He's out of range. Ah. Well, at least we didn't get knocked unconscious. That's good. And he's just gonna phase into ether here. There we go. 4 renown, 6 morale. We'll take the farmer, and these guys will be worth a pretty penny or two. Do we an angle companion or angle spit? We'll take an angle companion. Because that, yeah, that's good, I think. Angle freeholder. Okay, we just to double check these troop trees. Angle companion go into veteran. A standard bearer might be useful, but I guess we'd go into bodyguard. But I want to check the angle freeholder. So they can go to spearman, into companion. So spearman goes kind of into warrior or nobles. Whereas the companion kind of goes more into veterans, bodyguards. Standard bearer we probably want a few of. Eventually I guess we'll probably want to make one of our companions into a standard bearer type soldier. Okay. We've leveled up again, which is good. We've actually got a few, not attribute points, we've got quite a few skill points to spend. Good word. Or good lord, not good word. Good word's not, good word's not a phrase, what am I saying? I want to get my persuasion up because I think we're going to need it. I also want to get leadership just to lower my troop wages. And I also want to get power draw. I want to get a couple in power draw actually. Not because I intend to use bows, but during sieges it might be something that I end up using. 36 ruffians. I reckon we can take you on. There's a lot of them, but they're going to be pretty low in terms of their quality of troop. So I think we can take them on, even though there's quite a lot of them. So we're going to put our infantry here, our spearmen here, then we'll put our archers and skirmishers here. I think that'll work. So we've got Bader, Reginald. Now we're into our spearmen here as well. I would ideally like to kind of put the infantry and spearmen into one group, but the problem is they're not spearmen, and also often there'll be like new troops that I haven't sort of designated before, so I might just go through and do like one big designation every now and then. Let's see if we can throw some weapons into this mass of ruffians coming towards us. We should be able to at least get some proficiency up with this. I think we are going to charge though, because otherwise they're going to just start running pretty much straight away. In fact, they already are. They're already running. So if we can at least catch some of these guys up. They're going to just start running straight away. Okay, we're not going to be able to catch those guys up, I don't think. No, we're not going to be able to catch those guys up. I'll leave them to my colleagues. Oh, we might be able to catch this guy up with it. See, some of those guys went right. We might be able to catch him, but... Hello. We'll probably just charge up the hill at him. No, oh, I actually got him. Excellent. Okay, we're going to go this way, I think. Try to catch up with these chaps. Probably not actually going to be able to catch up to them, to be honest. I reckon it's probably time, once we... Things, if we buy a horse, we probably won't be able to buy ourselves a enterprise, and that's arguably a lot more important at the moment. I would argue that being able to have a steady income is much more important than being able to get a horse. You could argue that a horse is more useful in the short term to be able to ride down prisoners, but we are already struggling a little bit for money. So if we can get at least a business up and running, we might stand a better chance. We were very unlucky that as soon as we were granted land, it was taken away by the Welsh. So my hope is we'll get some new lands at some point, but we don't seem to be doing that well against the Welsh, to be honest. I will take these ruffians prisoner. Saxon spearmen, wonderful. Share the loot. Again, nothing going to be too exciting here. I might head over to Wales actually, see if there's any weak Welsh traders that I can go after, because they will presumably have goods and stuff that we can steal, or at least redistribute to the correct people. Let's head to Dunwich here, or possibly Dunwich. I'm going to say Dunwich. First of all, we'll head to the mead hall. If it's I was about to say a prison broker, or ransom broker. I kind of mixed the two words there. Traveller, Aquitanian skirmishers, you are from La Francais, but not an immediate priority for us. This should sell, I mean that helmet will sell for quite a lot. In fact, let's reclaim some of this stuff so we can actually afford it, or the steel whales. But how would I steal whales? They're in the ocean. They're very big creatures. Am I right? No, that's a terrible joke. I do intend to steal Wales eventually, but I'm a little bit too low. I'm still a very low lord in the grand scheme of things. So that's kind of my next plan. We're starting to get some money together, which is excellent. But we will head over to Wales anyway, I think. Even if we can't steal Wales, we may as well head to Wales. Oh, that's got a few Vikings. I don't think we don't want to take on all of them at the same time. East Angle we're kind of friends with. Oh, hello. Who are you? 15 Vikings. Okay, I think we can manage that. It's not really who we intended to fight, but I think we'll be okay. So infantry here, and spearmen here. And then I want my archers and skirmishers at the back where they're a little bit safer. Especially if we're going up against elite Vikingler. It's probably a good idea. Yes, do the shield bash. It's so cool that they do this. Because this was like an intimidation tactic during these kind of times. I'm guessing they only really do it if they have spears. It's like a special spearman thing, I'm not sure. We definitely need to get a couple of bannermen. I just think it's really cool because this was obviously it's often portrayed in like kind of Vikings or the Last Kingdom, kind of the shows, but obviously it was kind of historical thing that they're bashing their shields to intimidate their enemies, which I just thought it's really cool that they're doing this within this mod or within this DLC. I just think it's a neat touch. It adds a lot of flavour. Where are these Vikings? I guess they'll come over the hill in a second. Oh, here they come. I always forget these are so like these don't throw very far, all things considered. Infantry charge and spearman charge. Let's take the initiative if we can. If you could stop shield bashing me, that would be appreciated. Everyone charge now, because we'll need to possibly catch up with some of their troops when they start routing, which they probably will do pretty soon. Ow. You got like a sabre, or at least like a curved sword. Oh, we've lost a lot of our frontline troops. This could be interesting. We need to go help our chaps over there. We've lost a lot of troops. I'm just hoping we'll have enough here. These guys in armour are going to absolutely wreck our guys at the back lines. We need to deal with this leader here. We lost 10 troops there. But we ran into these guys, we had to deal with them. We actually lost morale because we lost so many troops there. 10 killed, yeah. Not great, those ship captains really took a toll on us, but you know. And sadly not as much loot as one might think. But still, it should sell for a little bit of money. However, we probably want to go rest somewhere. I guess we'll head to this East Angle Castle, wait here for some time. You know, I said we wanted to find some Vikings, and we did, so I can't really complain. Okay. A messenger approaches, galloping. He stops in front of you, takes a breath and shouts, "To the man named Guthlaf, Ealdorman Guthlaf now. My master, the abbot of Finian, has sent me. He's heard of you and wants to talk about an important mission. Well, I like important missions. He asks that you visit him at his monastery Finian near Bal. I can't read that. I can't say that. That sounds potentially Irish. He will pay you 1,000 pennies just to come and listen to him. Well, that is useful. This is definitely an Irish quest, though. We haven't been over to Ireland yet, or to Ligan, as it's called in this mod. Okay, well, we'll head over there at some point. Maybe we can go there via defeating Wales. I want to head to Escancester to get some troops from there. Also potentially, actually we'll head by Luddenham North. We're not going to go join the Marshal's quest because we're a bit too weak to be doing that really. Head to Luddenham North, recruit some more peasants. Just to bulk out our roster a little bit. It's looking a little bit thin. We could go to Coachham and see if they've got any... No, oh, well, no one wants to follow me. Okay. Oh, hello, Northumbrian. Jarl Rathbarth Ragnarsson. Good name. But we are not at war with them at the moment, so let's not engage in hostilities if we can really help it. Let's go to the Mead Hall. Veteran, Traveller, Book Merchant, Ethelmere the Slaver. I don't suppose that. Sadly, I can't sell my lord. I've had this lordly prisoner for a very long time, but no one really wants to pay for him, sadly. Okay. Wandering Bards, any poems? Yes, teach me this one. It is a loss of 300 pennies, but in the long run, I think will be worth it. Purely to have some more wooing capabilities, I should say. Ooh, there's a fight going on here. Can we help out? I think probably we're a bit too late to join this fight. Yes, we are. We can't. I don't think we can particularly save them, sadly. So we need to be a little bit careful around here in Wales. There's going to be a lot of hostility. There we go. Yes, you can have your lord back for 4,000 pennies, absolutely. I was just complaining that no one was going to buy him, and finally someone buys him. 13 of them there, it's not perhaps ideal. We could take them on, but I'd rather just go to ask for some potential recruits. 9 Saxon freeholders, absolutely. I'm trying to work out where Patroxto is in modern day Cornwall, because I go to Cornwall a lot and I'm just intrigued to see where it might be. Hang on. I'm actually going to search this. Give me a second. I'm intrigued. I mean, now, well, first of all, it's in Devon, but it's currently a village. I'm just intrigued. I always like learning about new things. Yeah, it's mentioned in the Doomsday Book. There's some Bronze Age Imperial Mounds nearby. Probably wasn't. There is a church there, but probably wasn't actually a monastery in its own right, it seems. That's okay. Okay. Right, onwards. We can go after these guys here? No, probably not actually. I like that we've got enough of these Saxon freeholders now. We're doing okay. I wonder if we can... I'm going to maybe see if we can try to retake on this Roman fort again. Now that we have a few more well-armed companions. Oh no, this is the weird man who wants us to gamble. Maybe not. Maybe we can do that another time. All looks like they're actually going in for Baden. Oh, they're just losing Baden-Ham. They're not actually going for Baden proper. Shame. I want to see if there's a couple of caravans I can loot of the Welsh. I just need to be careful because it's obviously rather hostile territory. There's only 38 of you. There's only 44 of us. The question is, can we actually take him on? Let's give it a go. Not if you're there. But I'd like to try to take on that Lord if we can catch up with him. Sadly, I think we've lost him to the Aether. Okay, that's fine. Went. We are losing money quite often. We really should just go get this. Oh, there's a trader. Spearman, Caravan Master. Oh, Elite Spearman. It's probably not. We're not going to go after you. You're a bit too well guarded, I think. We could find like a slightly less guarded caravan. We might go for that. I want to go into this quarry. I want to see what's going on here. And see who if anyone I speak to in here. The lash of spikes on the stone is deafening. Below you can see people working hard under the command of a foreman. And you're not the foreman, are you? No. You are not moving, so I reckon you are foreman. We'll go speak to you. Because I don't know what we do in these quarries. Almost. Oh, you can put slaves here. That's interesting. I guess that makes you money. All my slaves to work here. Sorry, my lord, but this place is our place. This place belongs to my fathers, and before them our grandfathers. Only my men and our slaves work here. Well, isn't that hunky-dory? Okay, so he sells iron. So if I ever need iron for a purpose, I can come here. Good to know. I definitely don't want to be taking on that group of 37 Vikings. That doesn't seem like a very sensible idea in the circumstances. Head up this way in Wales. See if we can get. Oh, hello. That's a group of 37 Vikings. Let's get out of here. Okay, it looks like right now our plan to steal Wales is going to have to wait a little bit. We're going to head back to Winchester. If we can get there safely. Or Wittencester, as it's called. Oh, I want to see if I can. I'm going to see if I can take this chap on. Especially as this guy is here with me. I'm Gustav, sir. Surrender or die. You're eager to attack him because he is hated. Interesting. We're going to start holding position. We actually don't have an advantage here. We've actually got a lower advantage. But what we do have is a hill. And we are going to use this as best we can to win this battle. It kind of looks like he's not going to come in either. Can I just send like one troop in? You, Kai. I want you to charge. Not you. You stay here. So spearmen here. And I want my skirmishers up here. Problem is they're not going to charge in for us. So I'm hoping if we some of our companions to get knocked unconscious, they might come to us. Because I think we have to prompt them to come to us to fight. Because if we go to them, I think we'll lose, to be honest. Yeah, I like your spears, lads. Go on. There may be a day when Wales beats us, but it is not this day. This day we fight. For England! For Wessex! For glory! Don't let those filthy Welsh take all we have. And also we want some money from taking this guy prisoner. It's quite a way away. I want to move my infantry, but if I move my infantry, then Kaio, who's the companion who's currently single-handedly berserking into the enemy lines, he would come all the way back, and that would feel like a bit of a waste. I don't know if this is like the Pendor mod, because when one person dies in Pendor, they always kind of charge. I don't know if it was like hard-coded into their AI, or it was just like a consequence of something else, but if we can do this, that would be great. I'd much rather they come to us. Whether they will, I don't know. Are they coming? I think they are. Excellent. Oh no, they're not. Come on, lads. Well, I guess we're going to have to go. This is kind of our first big engagement. Well, let's push forward. We'll push forward and then we'll find a new place to set up shop. And hopefully we can kind of shoot from there. They're on that. Yeah, see, they've got the high ground over there. Not all too fond of. Guys, please stop getting in the way. Thank you. I guess we're going to have to fight this very methodically. Which I'm not all too fond of. We can always retreat, but that's not going to do very well, and some of the lords will not be happy with us that we have retreated if we do retreat. So we just need to be a little bit careful. I'd rather not just charge in, but it may come to that, to be honest. I guess if we can try hold this hill here, this ridge here. From there, we might be able to set up a proper formation. But of course, our kind of light infantry, our skirmishers, our archers are going to be the first ones up, as they don't have heavy armour on like we do. Are they coming? Okay, pull back, pull back, pull back, pull back. He's shouting out his war cry, that's interesting, I don't know what that does. Everyone follow me. Everyone follow me, let's go to this left hand side. Let's see, they've got the hill, it's a real issue. If we can pull up to this hill on the left, we might be okay, but we're going to start taking losses here. I guess they'll start charging in. Infantry charge, spearmen charge, we've got to go. We've got to save our rather weak skirmisher line here. Okay, everyone just charge. We're going to probably actually lose, we might actually lose here. If we need to pull back, we will. Oh, that's the Lord. If we can take him out, that'll be excellent. We need to kill these people quickly. It's probably not actually the part. We just need to kill okay. We just need to kill a large number of troops quickly. I think that's the issue. I think we've killed the majority of his frontline infantry. So that's good. Now we're mostly onto the range, which I think we should be able to manage with our companions. The Lord is still going to cause some problems for us, though. Is the Lord still up and running? No, I think he's been knocked out. Okay. Don't need to run away. Ooh, headshot. I feel like if you would be headshot from a javelin, there's not much chance that you would survive. There's the Lord. We're not letting him escape. I don't care about these two persons to his left, but we're not letting him escape. I don't care what else happens. But he will be very slow as well. That's not really a problem. But he is going to be pretty good in the old combat, I would imagine. Ow. Serious injury to one of our limbs, -1 agility. We'll need to deal with that, otherwise that'll become an issue. There we go. Enemy lost the leader, their troops panic. 230 experience. So if you do take out like the Lord, it does help a lot. Obviously that is also the same on us as well. Become permanent in 5 days, so we're going to need to find a healer. And we have a prisoner. Excellent, that's what we wanted. We want money. Let's upgrade any troops that we can. We are a little bit low on troops though, but let's buy this stuff. Are those weapon boots any better? No. I think we can just sell this stuff. We do need to head to a town pretty quickly, so we're going to need to head out of Wales. Although actually I don't think we're in Wales, are we? No, Winchester will have a... I imagine we'll have a... First of all, let's trade with the locals, get rid of all this gear that we don't need. That'll be worth a little bit of money. We'll get some beef as a treat because we're doing well. And we had a war trophy. I don't know where I can't remember where we sell the war trophies, but I'll have to check in a second. We're actually starting to get somewhere with our money issues though, which is good. Redeem your battle trophies, here we go. Oh, 1,000 pennies, excellent. We're gonna walk through the town. And we're gonna see if we can find... I don't know why I've got my sword and shield out, we're not expecting to fight anyone. Where is the healer in this town? I think where we know where it is in Chippenham. Oh, that looks like a healer. They're normally dressed like a monk or a person of faith. Hello. I need to tend to my heavy wounds. 150 pennies. Wonderful. Speak to the mayor as well. I want to build a farmstead. Really? Does the king not like us? Relation of 3? Surely that's enough. I guess not. What about Chippenham? Can we go to Chippenham and do it there? Chippenham, or maybe in Canterbury we might be able to. Need to stroll through the town. Again, I don't know why I'm getting my weapons out. I feel like we've met the mayor here before, but for some reason we can't speak to him from the menu, which is a little bit frustrating because sometimes it can be a bit slow if you spawn all the way over there. So, hello, good sir, don't mind me. I'm an Ealdorman of Wessex, you know. Where's the... I think the mayor is normally somewhere over there. Sad I don't think we can kill that pig. That'd be useful. Hello, doggy. I saw my cats the other day. Oh no, sorry, I meant to pet you, not slash you with a sword. That looks like the mayor there. Yes, it is. And we also know the physician. Where the physician is in this town, should we need it. I want to hire a foreman. Okay, so we can get a mill and bakery. Only 184 pennies a week, not worth it. Brewery would get us a good amount of money, but we don't have quite enough money at the present moment. Ironworks is get us even more. Well, I think if we wanted to get a business, we may not be that far off. I'd like to, if I'm going to invest in a business, I want to invest in a good one as opposed to a bakery, which isn't going to do that much for me. I'm going to, however, head back down to Esconchester to get some more troops, because I think we need them. Oh, let's not walk past the large Welsh army there. Doesn't feel like a very sensible idea, does it? Let's not go after those Vikings while we're a little bit low on the health, but now we found out where the Danish are camping, which is good. 2 Saxon freeholders. It's not excellent, but it's something. Shipments of farmers I'm not going to take. Look at you, Mr. Cornubia, with your rather large group of troops. Okay, there's a feast in Dorchester. We can go for that maybe in a little bit.
Today the gods will decide your fate.
We will start in position. Ooh, is this an ambush? Or we just... This is cool. We're actually fighting... We're actually fighting inside this Roman fort. That's really cool. Everyone charge, I guess. I don't know where we're going to be charging into though. This is really cool because we were so close to that Roman fort. They're actually gonna fight inside it. That's a really cool concept. Like, I know like Total War does that all the time, but certainly for stuff like this game, which has never been kind of the most out there. Let's let our kind of light troops stay near the back. And let our other troops charge. I think one of our companions got absolutely massacred there. I mean, the concept of like Anglo-Saxons and Vikings fighting in a Roman fort would be really cool. Such a cool concept. Oh, you got a spear. Oh, we lost a quarter of our troops. It's not ideal. You got a spear, which is annoying because you've got better range than I do. We need to go after the ship captain, otherwise he's going to carve through us all. There we go. Success at a cost. Three renown. 2 Vikingler to take as prisoners. Certainly nothing too excellent there. There's also some gloves I'll take. And this Langsax is worth quite a little bit of money, so that's not bad. But yeah, because we were fighting near that Roman fort, that's really cool. I'm guessing that's why it occurred. 42 thieves, we probably would be able to take them on normally, but not when we're kind of low on health and low on troops. So let's head back to Winchester. There's the meat hall, hopefully there's a prison broker. There's an old captain, but not for 1,200 pennies, absolutely not. But yeah, I think we want to get like 18,000 pennies really before we can think about a business. Let's head on to Chippenham. Actually, no, let's head to Luddenham North, get some more troops if we can. Maybe do some more quests for people. Ethel mod. Any jobs for me? Yeah, I can send a letter to this chap. He's at presumably that's Scarborough. Okay, well, I want to head to Ludington North first before I deliver the message. Actually, probably isn't Scarborough. We're just making that up. We've got some, well, 4 prisoners, or 4 peasants is better than nothing, but our prisoners escaped. Bugger it. It's a bit annoying, but hey ho, what can we do? I have enough for you. That's interesting that we can. It's interesting we can escort them to the right place for a price, but we don't really have the ability to follow them on the water, so it's probably not a great idea. How much is it to take you to Dunwick? We could probably do an escort, but maybe not right now. 42 ruffians coming after us. Let's try and avoid them if we can. Let's visit the Lord's Hall. Presumably, this is the chap we need to speak to. I bring a message, and this should bump him to over +5, which is good. Can I recruit in your land, please? Excellent. Do you have any other tasks for me? No. So you hold Sabra and Chippenham West. Excellent. So we can recruit from those places now. Do you have anyone I can marry? No. Lost potential recruit, 6 Saxon freeholders. Happily. And you also hold something west. Can't remember. Actually, we can get 1,000 pennies from going to see that chap in that monk in Ireland. So we could do that to get some more money, but we haven't been over to Ireland yet. We don't really know what it's like. But you know what? As long as we can get through Wales safely, that's not safe at all. Not safe in the slightest. If we can get through Wales safely enough, I'm more than happy to go to Ireland for a little bit. The Yellow Welsh faction we're not actually at war with. We need to head to... We can't head to Inismon, because that's a Welsh faction and we are at war with them, so we definitely can't do that. I wonder if there's another Welsh, or another port we can go from. I'm concerned that we're kind of around a lot of... Whoa, hello. Are you on top of us? Luckily you didn't actually want to fight us, because that could have gone horribly, horribly wrong. There's another way we can get across. If we head up to Dunbreton, we might be able to get over to Ireland. Let's do that. I fancy a holiday. Can we take on this trader? Because this is a Welsh. That's mostly just spearmen. We might be able to, but it would be a little bit touch and go, I think, because we've still got quite a few peasants in the army. It's probably not a great idea. Yeah, let's head up to that Alclip port, see if we can head over to Ireland in that way. Dunbreton. So Northman Longfort there. Dunbreton. I want to travel to another port. We can go to Dublin. How much was that? It was going to cost us more just to go over there. I've changed my mind. You know what? We can do that another day. That's the Danish girl. Hello, farmer. Blade West. Where's Blade West? There's Blade West. It's currently looted. But we can attack the bandits nonetheless, and that will give us some good relations. That's not a bad thing by any means. I think we can just charge them, to be honest. Let's see if we can do some damage with our throwing weapons. We've got a headshot in, that's good. Ow. Okay, please leave me alone. Advance to level 9, that's good. Oh, we lost our shield, that's not good. Not good at all. Rickard, save me. Let's pull back. Because if we lose, it's not going to go well. We've lost a lot of dead. I'm hoping most of them are just farmers, however. Let's get that shield so we actually have something to work with. Oh, and we are knocked out, but thankfully no major wound. We have lost one renown though. But thankfully it wasn't a hugely pivotal fight where losing us, or us dying, would be bad. We did, however, lose quite a few Saxon freeholders there. Our reputation still isn't very good. Okay, well we lost way more troops than I would have liked. So let's head back home, hopefully via a safe-ish route. And get some more troops recruited. I can pay for a free passage, how much? Oh, I didn't mean to do that, hang on. One soldier, it's not perfect. Everyone's going to be upset, we've lost morale. Pull back this way. That wasn't ideal. Warlord, if we can avoid it, I prefer you not to run from battle. The world is a small place and one's reputation is precious. You'd have me ignore much to respect you. Hopefully, I genuinely hope it won't happen again. I don't really want to hire shepherds and farmers. If they had any of the young warriors, I wouldn't mind taking them. Which is oh, go away. I don't mind like 7 Northmen, but once it becomes like 15 Northmen, then it becomes a bit of an issue. Anything exciting here in the salt mine? Any troops that we can hire? Let's have a look-see. Ooh, that's creepy. Are you the foreman? Yes, you are. Oh, we can sell. That's good. I didn't know that we could sell prisoners here. Cool. That's good to know. If we don't have a prison broker nearby, I imagine, however, it's possibly a little bit cheaper than if you probably don't get as much money than if you went to a ransom broker. But I'm not entirely sure. That might not be the case. We can probably take on 32 ruffians. That's not a huge problem.
I dare you live from limb.
Do you want to join me? No. worth a try. Let's do an ambush. Charge, gentlemen. But archers and skirmishers, please kindly stay on the hill. Or at least just don't get involved in the initial engagement. That should really be for our infantry and for our spearmen. Let's go berserk on these peasants with sticks. Don't you dare run away from me. Frankly, I'm surprised you can survive having a spear thrown in your back, but you know. Who's still left? Are they running into the sea? If they run into the sea, they're going to drown. I wonder if the game actually implements that or not. Or if they just count as routed. But yeah, we're all running into the sea. Look at this. It's an interesting change. Where's he going to go though? Like, if he's running to the sea, there's not going to be anywhere he can run to. I don't think we're going to be able to get him, but it'd be great if we could. Is he going to be routed? I guess so. I mean, really, you would think he might drown if he routes into the... If he's going to run into the middle of the sea and go routing, then you would think he's going to drown. But I guess not. Who knows? Let's get these ruffians taken prisoner. Get some more troops. Troops are always useful. Or certainly higher quality troops, I should say. Take all this to sell. We are kind of stagnating around the 12,000 pennies mark. We really need to be getting up to about 18,000 to think about getting ourselves a business, which we do desperately need. Purely so that we don't have any land, because we well, we didn't personally lose it, but our faction lost it, and so we have no way of making money at the moment apart from what we're doing, which is prisoners and loot from battles. We will just be a little careful around here. Looks like kind of Mercia is under a lot of stress at the moment, but that's okay. We are not loyal to them, so it doesn't really matter if they are under stress. Sell all we can here, and then we'll head on our way. We'll see if there's a prison broker nearby. I mean, I don't think there's a salt mine nearby that we can sell our troops to. And to fair, even all that loot isn't going to be worth a huge amount to sell, sadly. There's a farmer here, recruiting skirmishers, neither of which I think we need to deal with at the moment. My apologies. Where do we want to go? We want to go to probably somewhere near Chippenham. That's fine. Ugh. Something stuck in my throat. Oh, we took Barton back. That's interesting. But I mean, we're not going to keep Barton, that's the thing. With 2 Welsh lords there and Barton with only 32 troops inside. That's not going to happen, sadly. Let's head to our good old recruiting spot of Escancester. Actually, if are they coming to relieve Barton? They might be. Who should relieve Barton? Can I convince you to support me? No. I support your choice, Ealdorman Wigston. Gives us some relations with him, because we're probably not going to get a castle anyway, but we might be able to get Bardenham, the village. Speak to Ealdorman Bucker. Who should get Barden? No. Any tasks to me that... No, sadly I can't any favour or money that way. Do you have any tasks to me? No. Okay. Well, they're at Barden now. I don't think we need to stay there for the time being. Hopefully we might be able to get Bardenham back. Do you have any tasks for me? I'm not doing a Break the Peace mission because that's just going to go horribly for everyone involved. I don't think that's a good idea particularly. I went to the wrong castle. Oh my goodness, hello. Hi friends. 7 and 11. No thank you.
That's a nice head you have on your shoulders.
We consider if you better by 4,000 to get some. Well, I wanted to bring them in, but I don't think that's a possibility now. Just because if we did bring them in, that'd be excellent. We'd have a really good fighting force. We would really struggle to pay our bills. So I think again we have to leave some people behind, which is really not ideal. Clovis is going to be fuming, understandably. But I think we're going to have to, sadly. Head to... I forgot there was a... Oh my goodness, there's Vikings everywhere. Please leave me alone. I just want to get to Escancester. No, I just want to get to Escancester. Leave me alone. I just want to recruit from Escancester. It's one of the few places I can recruit from. Is that such a problem? Apparently it is. If I can make it in there, I can. Good. 3 Saxon freeholders, and we'll wait for some time to let the Vikings kind of go on their merry old way. But the problem is, because that long fort is there, they're always going to be... Escancester might not be the best place for us to be in terms of recruitment. Okay, we're going to go now. No, we're not, because that's a Welsh lord. It's like, oh yeah, we can go with that lord, but it's a Welsh lord. I was hoping he can kind of clear the way for us in terms of these Vikings. But I did also see a Cornish lord go past, so I'm going to take my chances and go for it. I think we got away for it. I think we got away with it. Do you have any tasks for me? No. So you hold Searborough here, so we can actually get troops from here, which is good. Some more Saxon freeholders. They're pretty bog standard mid-tier troops, so I'm pretty happy with that, all things considered. And there's a problem. We're going to just capitulate money until we find some way to get land back in some capacity. There's 39 of us, so we can go after these Masters fighters. That's not a problem. 24 of them, I'm sure that won't be too much of an issue. Okay, we do need to get a bannerman soon. Maybe one of our companions might like to become a bannerman in future. I don't know. So infantry here, spearmen here, then archers and our skirmishers can hold at the back as our kind of ranged, kind of the fairly basic infantry and spears in front, range at the back, protected behind the more heavily armoured troops, or at least more heavily defended troops. Yeah. Grab some water because my throat is quite dry. I don't know what my spearmen are doing over there. I did ask them to move forward, so let's get them to do that again. Actually, got a lot of spearmen, but I imagine most of these are just the Saxon freeholders I've been hiring, who are competent enough, if not that exciting. But they can be our front line against these troops here. And we'll join the front line. We can do what we can to use our throwing weapons. We will get a horse, but our priority is getting some businesses up and running, I think. Because without a business, we aren't earning any money apart from kind of any war loot that we get, i.e. prisoners, or any what's the word? Any kind of loot in terms of, you know, swords, weapons, armor, the likes. Everyone charge. Let's go for you. These guys aren't too bad, but they do have shields, which means they are kind of much more impervious to any ranged attacks. I imagine their troops can start running soon. Let's get the throwing weapons at the ready. Although I do feel like the spears of the Saxon freeholders aren't really good against kind of swords or axes. Although spears are much better in this mod as opposed to like Britain Walled, because you can actually do different things with it. We won't take that priest, but we will take the robbers and the reavers. We'll get rid of the ruffian, a couple of ruffians to take the robbers and reavers, just because they're a little bit more, probably worth a little bit more, even if it's just one or two. Even if it's worth one or a few more dinars, that'll be worth it in the long run. Let's grab all this. We need to level up. We also need to level up Kaio, because I think he's got a level up ready as well. I'm gonna get what do I want to get up? Let's actually get inventory management up so we can take a little bit more loot, because that should help with our money issues. And we'll also take leadership again, purely just to help us not pay as much money going forward. Let's head to Winchester. We've got lots of prisoners, and we've also got lots of loot to sell. So sell all you, 713 pennies. Not perfect, but it's something. We'll trade with the locals, and we can sell all this stuff for a decent amount. So, you know, when you do actually get a good fight, you can get a decent amount of money back. It's just if you don't have a great fight, then you might get terrible loot. I didn't realise that Bader needed to be upgraded as well. I'm going to give him Power Strike, because he needs to be able to do some fighting a little bit better, I think. We need to just increase our fighting force at the moment. Kaio is already a very competent soldier from memory. Yes, he is. Let's give you intelligence, and we're going to give you... trainer. We'll give you trainer, because eventually you can be a good trainer for us. Let's see if we can go get some more people to kill. There's a fighters camp here, so if we wait around here long enough, we should get some people come in for some fighters come in. Like you, Masters fighters. I mean, with only 15 of them, I don't think we'll get that much good loot, but we do get some renown from it, which is good. Okay, for the most part, I don't think they have shields, so this can just be kind of a be both charge into each other. That's not a huge problem. A few of them. Actually, they all have shields. Okay. Let's pause here. And skirmishers at the back, and archers at the back as well, just to give them that little bit of protection. Careful, Saxon freeholder. You nearly got attacked there. Nearly got shot in the back. Oh wow, that guy took an absolute beating in the head. Do you see that? Javelin right in the side of his head. Don't you dare run. Oh. We fall and our troops panic. We've got some renown, but I think we'll be okay. I think we've got the upper hand in this engagement anyway. Just, it's not the end of the world. I don't think they'll catch up to that guy in time, to be honest. It's going to be about 3 people routing, I think. We do need some cavalry, but cavalry are expensive and they're likely to die because there's so many spearmen in this mod. So really, probably eventually I'd want to make all my companions cavalrymen alongside me. And we would just be the cavalry contingent for this army, so that they would never die. I think that's probably the best thing that we could do. I think that is probably the plan, but we've got more important things to do with our money at the time being. That's kind of the problem I'm having. Until we get a couple of businesses sorted, really, I need to focus on just keeping the money for businesses before I can start focusing on stuff like horses. Okay, we'll share the loot. That's going to be worth... It'll be worth something. Actually, we could try go in and actually take out that fighter's camp. So we might do that in a second once I've kind of recovered some of my health. I'm hoping we might get some land for ourselves. Something tells me probably not. Got a little bit more money from that fight, which is good, and we can sell this stuff as well. How are we doing for rotten beef? Because that's not dried beef, I forget. That's dry meat, but that is too expensive for us. But we'll get some fruit, some vegetables, because it's nice and cheap. And we get some cheese as well. Why not? We've got a little bit of money to spare. Can I speak to Ethel? I can never say his name. Etheling Alfred Ethelwolfing. Goodness, that's a tongue twister. Do you have any? I'm going to say I support you because I want you to like me a bit more. Do you have any tasks for me? No, because you're the heir, aren't you? I think he's the next in line because he's the Etheling. Not that I don't think it matters in this game, but it's good to kind of get a general sense of things. I'm actually going to just stay in Winchester for a second, just to recover my health, and then we're going to go try to take out that fighter's camp for money. How are we doing? We're at 90%. Okay, I think we can go for the fighter's camp now. Attack the hideout. Let's hope we're okay. We've got pretty much all companions here. In fact, every single one of them is a companion. I can't remember how strong or how tough these kind of little areas are in Viking Conquest, because in Pendor they can be incredibly tough. I think in this though, I'm hoping we'll be okay. I mean, we've got all our companions all with decent armour, at least a sword and board, and most have throwing weapons. Let's jump up there. We want to probably deal with him before he becomes an issue. He's out of throwing weapons though, so we'll keep on going, and I'm sure we'll catch up with him at a later date. But we did get a hit off on him, which was good. Everyone stay with me. Let's not push too far ahead if we can help it. I think it's good if we stay as one compact group for the most part, at least until we're a little bit closer to the action, so we're not too kind of strung out. Okay, everyone charged now. I think we're okay. This guy's going to be an issue with the amount of armor he's got. Go. Well, everyone's going to have a sword and board, but somewhat at least have a little bit less armor to deal with. It's not a Viking it's not a Viking hideout, so in that regard it's not as tough as perhaps that would be. Right. There's a lot of people here. We need to take out the ship captain, otherwise he's going to really hurt us. We just lost our first companion, I think. Come on. Of course, if we can attack from behind, that's good because it helps in terms of dealing with the damage. You're just a ruffian with some a sling. Okay, we've still got more people to deal with. I'm actually going to help these guys because otherwise they're going to be caught out of position. Because I think the other three guys are more than okay at dealing with that one guy up on the roof. So I wonder if we probably can't, but if we can do some throwing weapons on this guy, that'd be good. I think we're throwing a bit too high, sadly. How are we doing? Come on. Take him out, there we go. 6v3, we should be okay. We've already had one wound so far. I'm guessing those are probably the last 3 guys that we have to take on, but just in case, we'll keep an eye on kind of how things are going behind us as well. I'm hoping we'll get some good loot from this, because we just need to get some more money. We just need to increase our cash flow, really. Where are they? So they're fighting just over this hill. Okay, I'm starting to lose a couple of people here. We should be okay. We don't have any other... There we go. This guy's the priority because he's actually got armor and a shield. I'm sure my companions can finish him off. We'll take on the ruffian. Who's left? Just one chap. He's by this cave. Spider attack. Attack from above. There we go. Excellent. With their retreat cut off, the Reavers fall one by one to a determined attack. Their hideout and their ill-gotten gains are now ours. Excellent. Suddenly this is going to be a pretty decent haul. Reinforced round shield, it's not... Is it better than ours? It is better than the one we currently have. Let's chuck that on. I'm sure there's a couple of things here we can give to people. But either way, anything we don't give away we can sell. I'm going to speak to Kai because I think he's going to become kind of my number... He's going to kind of become my number 2. Let's give him a better weapon, even though the axes are always good. Okay. We need to probably sell that boar meat because I imagine it's going to go rotten. So that's important that we don't do that. Let's head back to Winchester to sell all this remaining gear. Trade with locals. Let's just sell this all. I'll just possibly sell it at one of the other. This is the thing. Like, look how a sway-packed pony is nearly $3,000. Like, even that's just incredibly expensive. We'll keep the dried meat though, because that's just going to help us with our food situation. We don't need to buy some more meat, and that's just going to also help with our morale. Because would you believe that dried meat is very popular amongst soldiers? Okay, let's try to get up to like 50 troops. Let's head back to Searborough. Possibly, I keep on calling it Scarborough. It probably isn't Scarborough, but I'm going to call it Scarborough nonetheless. We're going to ask for any recruit. 2 Saxon freeholders, better than nothing. I think we might avoid going to Escancester just because of the amount of because of that Danish longfall is creating a lot of issues there with our troops. Also, Baden. We're actually holding on to Baden this time, but I don't think it's going to be one that we can hold on to, sadly. Oh, that's 9 young. I want to kill this guy. Not because I want to take out 5 troops, but 9 young warriors. Although they're not perhaps the most excellent troops. 9 young warriors will fill out our shield wall nicely, I think. So I think that's an important fight to take, even just to bolster our units. You know, 9 more spear and shieldmen in the wall is no bad thing. Not at all. think in this mod, the player, like the character models, are designed to be a lot more bulky than kind of in the base game. And I know I'm wearing very bulky armor, but they're a lot more like square chested and broad shouldered than in the base mod. Or maybe I'm just making things up, but from memory, it kind of feels that way. But also, I don't play this mod very often, so I guess that also kind of works against me that I'm not used to these player models. Oh my goodness, we actually hit something with our throwing weapons. That never normally happens. We're terrible with throwing weapons. Who died? Possibly Clovis. Okay, we're here for the Young Warriors, and that will be an excellent addition. They need to be paid a little bit of money. It's not a bad thing by any means, and we do get a little bit of loot, which again is not terrible. Not that much of it because there's only 5 of them, but not bad. All things considered, let's head back up to kind of Luton North area. See if there's any people we can fight. Yeah, I'm happy to go up against 26 Masterless Fighters. I'm not entirely sure why they're coming over to fight me. Oh, they've ambushed. That might be why. Okay, well, just everyone charge. I think that's the best thing we can do. We're kind of caught in between the Devon and the Deep Blue Sea, but that's okay. We can kind of get around the back of them. So this guy's trying to use his spear to get over the top, which you can't really do in the base game, but I guess his spears were such a big part of the fighting culture during this time period. They really focused on it. Come here. This might not be good. Friends. Oh, we are actually kind of losing here. And we have also taken a hit from behind. We're going to need to go scene 2. Are we actually going to lose this fight? I hope not. I mean, they did ambush us, which wasn't great. Yeah, we're going to lose this. Run! Run away! I'm surprised we lost that, but I guess we had so many morale issues. Commander's options. We're taking prisoner. And actually, we're not going to be able to heal that wound in time, I don't think, unless we get away quickly. That's the first time we've been taking prisoners this entire campaign. We need to very immediately go to Lundenvik and see if we can find a physician there. We think we still have the majority, if not all, of our companions, which is good. Please leave me alone, Mastersman. I'm not here for you at the moment. Let's head to the mead hall, see if there's anyone there worth grabbing. Sailors, travellers, no. But we do need to stroll through town and get this. I don't mind that obviously it's not great that we lost our troops, but it's worse if we get a permanent stat loss. So let's speak to this physician. I need to tend to my heavy wounds. Okay, that's that sorted. Let's wait here for some time, recover our health, and we'll go on a bit of a recruiting spree. We might even get to some young or some Kutcham. I'm actually surprised we lost that engagement, but I guess we had so many issues with morale. I got knocked down and we were ambushed, so that was also a loss to morale as well. Anyone want to join me in the Young Warriors? No, certainly not. We can actually go to Ludenham North. Ludenham North is a place that we can recruit from, and should hopefully give us some. Okay, 2 angle freeholders, better than nothing. Meet the leader. Any tasks? You need 2 heads of cattle, 11 peasants, better than nothing. We need to go to, let's say, Grantham or Grantham. We can't recruit here, but I do want to buy some supplies. 2 cattle. Quite expensive, but in the long run it will probably be worth it just to get our recruitment back up, because these, I mean, you know, peasants are not going to do that much for us. It might be better than nothing. Head back into Lunar North, meet the leader, and he's going to say, oh, thank you for getting us the cattle. Recruit some more volunteers, 14 peasants, there we go. That is going to set us back in terms of money, however, which isn't great, but here. We work with the situation we've got, and we are playing honest man. If we lose, we lose. If we die, we just have to work with what we got. I'm guessing Bardenheim wasn't given to us, because otherwise it would have said something by now. The lands belong to no one. Well, and if I speak to what's his face? He was just round here. There he is. No, that's the wrong person. Yeah, Britain more to Aethelred, Wolfing. That's still very hard to say. There you are. Who should receive Bardenheim? Oh, he's already. He might actually give it back to me. Excellent. Excellent indeed. Hello, Huithril. Oh, why are you already suspicious of me? Okay, he's wife to Ealdorman Huithril. I'm guessing me and Ealdorman Huithril don't get on very well. Let's head to Cerbra, get some troops from there. Only 1 Saxon freehold. It's not ideal. We can try to go to Escancester, but that didn't go very well last time because of all these troops around the Danish Longfall. There we go. After consulting with the peers of the realm, Britain Warder Ethelred Ethelwolfing has decided to confer Badenham on you. You may decline the honour, but it probably means that you will not receive any other awards. So I will happily accept, because that was actually the initial village that was given to us when I became an Ealdorman of an Ealdorman for Wessex. However, it was very promptly taken by the Welsh. But there we go. We've got a little bit of an army back. Some of it they're going to be pretty low in terms of experience, but over time we can get them back up. That's not a problem. We might want to take on that Danish Longfall eventually, but first of all, I'd just like to go to my village, say hello. And apologise for being away for so long. They must think of me a terrible lord. 1 Saxon peasant, I'll take it. I could build some money related things here. Meat all not that useful. A mill would actually give me some prosperity, but it's not great. Let's now camp. I'm trying to remember how we do this. Notes. Because it's different in this mod to all the other ones. Options, no. I want to find out about my weekly budget, but that's fine. We can do that another time. Oh, there we go. Why is the rent not paid? Meet the leader. See if he can tell us anything more. I want to set a tax rate for the village. I want to set a high tax rate. He is not going to be thankful for that, but hey ho. Any tasks I can help you with? 7 packs of grain, I'm sure we can do. Let's go to, I guess, Chippenham to buy that grain. Preferably avoiding the well. Oh, we can. You know what? Let's actually wait, because actually no, we can do the quest anyway. That's fine. But we're going to lose that village again, which is really rather frustrating. because Barden's going to be taken again. But hey ho, what can we do? What can we do? We just have to work with what we got. It's not ideal, it must be said. But hey ho, we do what we can. Head to Winchester, see if we can get the rest of that grain. Even if eventually we might be able to keep Baden, so we may as well get them on side anyway. Do you have any grain for me? Yes, you do, but we need to make sure to get wheat and not barley. There we go. We have also lost some javelins, so next time we pick up some javelins, we'll get that in our final inventory slot. And let's head back. We've got some more people to upgrade. I have to be remind myself that I'm not as strong as I was. About at least about 2/3 of my army has been overtaken by, or is currently peasants. And would you believe we lost Bardenham? Wonderful. Here you go. Have some grain nonetheless. And luckily we can actually still recruit from here. Regardless, that's good. But getting captured did set us back in terms of kind of money. We really just need to get some businesses, to be honest. Some businesses up and running. I don't mind fighting either of these groups, so I want to fight this. I kind of want to fight them separately, to be honest. Start holding position. Let's hold our infantry here and our spearmen here, and then we don't have any archers. Any archers we once had are now dead. But let's get our spearmen kind of near the front to hold the front line against these chaps coming in. This should be simpler now. Especially with our angle freeholder doing the good old shield bash here. It's like the Viking clap they did at the Euros. We have a lot of chaps with slings back here, good grief. Eventually we'll get you guys into something a bit better in terms of gear. But for now, you guys stay at the back and we'll do what we can with our chaps at the front. Everyone charge. We will eventually have a cavalry contingent, but not yet. We want to focus on businesses. Oh, they're running. Come back here. This is the problem when we don't have cavalry, is that we're trying to chase these guys and it's not very successful. I'm hoping some of our slingers might be able to kill at least one of them. We're arguably probably the slowest on the battlefield because of our armour and our helmet. Yeah, we're never going to catch these guys up, sadly. But maybe one or two of our slingers might catch up to them. Come on, chaps, I need you to do well here. There's no point in me chasing them, I just won't catch up with them. It's a shame. Still two more to go over there, but again, we're not going to be able to catch up to them in time either. But there you go. I could chase after them, but I wouldn't make it, so... I'm literally the slowest person on the battlefield because of my heavy armour. No, that's not even including my kind of agility skills, but just in general. Okay, but we still win, which is good. 6 renown, 10 morale, a couple of prisoners, and hopefully some loot, even if not exceptional loot, it's better than nothing. We'll take those bent throwing spears. It's not perfect, but it's something. And I will go after these 42 ruffians because probably a good way for our lesser experienced troops to actually get some experience against. Even though there's a lot of them, they're pretty easy targets to take on for the most part. So that's not a problem particularly. In game, what size the PS4? I'm playing on PC, so I'm afraid I'm not entirely sure about any specifications regarding kind of PS4 or any other console. I do believe you can. I don't know if you can actually get Warband on console at all, to be honest. I actually don't know, I'm afraid. I feel like it is something I should know, but I've always played this on PC, and I genuinely don't know if you can get it on console. I'm sure you can play it with a controller, but I don't know if you can actually get it on console, like, properly, as it were. If that makes any sense. It probably doesn't, I'm sorry. Well, these peasants are going to die pretty quickly, I imagine. Okay, everyone go. Oh, because they're going to start running, like, straight away. Ninja attack. You know, these guys aren't worth a huge amount in terms of experience because they're so naff in terms of fighting, but that's okay. Oh, good old decapitation there. Don't you dare run away from me. Again, we're not going to be able to chase down many of these guys because we're slow. That's alright. Saxon Freehold, I can take this guy out and go for the guys further back. I don't think they're going to get to them in time either. Given how close we are to the edge of the map. Yeah. I mean, they're just ruffians. I don't really mind if they get away. They're not going to be worth a huge amount in either loot or wealth in terms of selling them as prisoners, so it's not the end of the world. We do really need some cavalry, but we just need to wait till the right time in terms of money. We're all chasing this chap, but I don't think we're going to get there in time. How long have we been streaming for? Let's have a look. Ah, about 2 hours. Nice. You see the line of troops trying to chase this guy and obviously not catching up at all, but that's okay. Okay, 3 renown, 6 morale, 14 ruffians to take, and we actually can take them prisoner, thankfully. Even though, again, they're not going to be worth a huge amount in terms of money. That's okay. Grab all that we can here. Because even if it's worth a terrible amount of money, it will still be worth something. And get us close to that first business, hopefully. Let's go sell it in Chippenham. And we've also cured our wound. Excellent. Trade with locals. Sell all this stuff that we don't really need off. One thing I would love that this game would have would be like a quicker way to sell all this gear than just individually clicking on every single one. Requires a lot of clicking every now and then. Let's go to the meat hall. Don't really need to speak to both any of you. We will speak to Ethelmer the Slaver. We'll get a little bit of money. Nothing too exciting, but it is going to be something, and that's worthwhile. I would like to get some bowmen eventually, but I think right now I just need to focus on having a good front line of, if not like exceptional spearmen, at least kind of decent frontline spearmen. Head to Seabrook, get some more troops. 2 Saxon freeholders. I will take. Oh, that's got 8 young warriors in. I'll happily take them. I think we've. Oh, this is a nice old hill. We'll camp out here, I guess. Infantry there, and spearmen here. Archers up here. Not that we have any, I don't think, but skirmishers can go up on the hill, and they can be at the very back. I think while these chaps come in for a charge, I'm going to pop to the toilet. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. What's going on? Everyone charge. Everyone charge. Frankly, I'm surprised I was surprised the fight hadn't started by that point. There we go. Again, we were conscious here for the young warriors because they're, while they're not excellent, they will just fill out they'll fill out our company a bit, fill out our warband to give us some more room to work with in terms of just having a few more troops. You know, now we've got 60 troops, we might be able to go up against a weak caravan or a weak lord. Although it does, of course, increase our costs as well. So it's something we need to bear in mind. You know, now we're not quite so vulnerable. You know, we're still vulnerable, but not perhaps as much as we were before. I was wondering if we could go take Baden, given that it's only recently been taken back by the Welsh, but apparently not. There's quite a few Vikings around here. I don't know if we could take on 2 groups. We might be able to take on 1 group. Definitely not going to take any Christian clergy. That doesn't seem like a good idea. Oh, we are upgraded. Not in attribute points, but at least in skill points and in siege, not siege points, weapon points. What am I saying? I think we just want to do a bit more in Iron Flesh and Power Strike, just to give ourselves that little bit of an edge. And we'll keep working on our throwing and one-handed weapons. I think that's probably the most sensible thing we can do. We don't actually need to go to Chippenham for the moment. We just go fight someone. Okay, a couple of Irish people have made peace. It's fine. We'll head over back to kind of East Anglia. See what is here. We've already been to Ballgrove because we started actually in East Anglia. Oh my goodness, hang on. Wow, one Viking with 13 prisoners. That's quite impressive. And some sailors there. Just seeing if there's anyone else we can kind of take on. Okay, well, we found where they're kind of spawning, which is good. I don't know if we'd be able to take it out. There might be some good loot. Let's. Oh, we can sell spores to bandits. That's cool. I didn't know we could do that. That's really cool. There you go. There's some money. And now we go and attack the hideout, I guess. This is going to be tough though, because this is a Viking encampment. I think we're going to struggle here a bit more. Have to be a little bit more focused with this one. Who we got with us? Mostly just the companions again. But these Vikings will be more heavily armoured than we are. So we need to be a little bit careful. These guys aren't too bad, but the kind of the ship captains will be an issue. Who's next? Okay. Let's go over here. Try to deal with these chaps. No one else spawning behind us? No. I'm kind of the only one with actual heavy armour, so I probably should lead from the front. If I can help it. So we'll go to the right first. Actually, let's go to the left first. There's three of them. Oh, there's four of them there, blimey. I'd rather take them on while we still have as much strength as possible. There's five of them, okay. Charge. Everyone charge. Some of these guys don't have helmets though, so I'm hoping that's going to work to our advantage. It's a ship captain and we need to kill him quickly because he's going to hurt. There we go. I know we just sold to these guys and now we're killing them. But I want the loot, that's the thing. Oh, this is going to be a tough fight though. All things considered. These ruffians shouldn't be too bad to deal with. It's more the Vikings that are the issue. And over there, they look like a pretty tough bunch. But we'll do what we can to deal with them. Who we still have left? Clovis, Don, Rickenhard and Bader. Okay. They all look pretty tough. We have one more troop than them. Okay, at least one of them is 2 of them are ruffians, 2 of them are Vikings. Okay. Oh, Don's still got a sling. That's interesting. I don't know if I meant for that to be the case. Let's go. Need to do this. Ship captain, he's going to decimate my companions. Is it just you left? I think it's just you left. I rocked him for 15 damage. That was remarkably impressive. There we go. Wonderful. I'm hoping we'll get some good stuff from this. Really stuff that's worth a little bit of money, if nothing else. I do think I probably want to change Don over to... I don't think he needs a sling anymore. I didn't realise he still had one. I should give him throwing weapons already. Let me see your equipment. Oh yeah, so we need to really upgrade you. Chip sword. You can, for now, just having some throwing spears. We'll change yours to javelins when the time comes. So you can also have... We've got some good armour somewhere. There we go. Actually, he's really been in need of an upgrade, hasn't he? I think he might be one of the first companions we've got. We just haven't kind of checked in on him since. My deepest apologies, good sir. There you go, some better boots. Right, you're a bit more as we'd like you now. That's good. Some more freeholders. Okay, it's at Dunwick, I guess. Trade with locals. Let's sell all our spare gear. Starting to get some money together again. But of course, at some point soon we'll have our weekly pay to our soldiers, and then that's all going to go away again. Go head to the meat hall. See if there's a prison broker there. There's a traveller and a veteran. Okay, that's fine. We only had three. We only had 3 prisoners anyway, so it's not like it's a huge problem. We'll go off 8 Vikings. Yeah. Through renown. How far away are they? Not very far. Everyone's set up here. Even though there's only 9 of them, they are sea raiders, so we need to not be. We need to not underestimate them. They can be pretty powerful, all things considered. I will likely have to stop fairly soon, I think. Not yet, but I will have to stop in probably about 15-20 minutes, I think. My skirmishers can't seem to get round, that's mildly awkward. Okie dokie. Let's make our spearmen spread out slightly just so our skirmishers can actually get through. Or at least attempt to get through. There we go. Where are these Vikings? They are nearly here. There they are. We'll throw in like our first round of throwing weapons, then we'll keep the rest back for when we need to actually chase after them. The throwing weapons are really our only way of trying to catch up with them. Ow. Oh, you're the ship captain. You're gonna hurt. Yep. I think we'll be okay. Even though I think we'll just be okay because we just have the numbers to deal with them. Yeah, that's fine. We were charged down by the ship captain. That's more than okay. We did lose a few troops there though. I'll grab this stuff to sell. We could fight. Oh, let's actually head back to kind of Wales. Yeah, we'll head back to kind of Wales territory. See if we can find any. Oh, yeah, what's going on here? Britain Moore to Ethelred Ethelwulfing of the Kingdom of West Seaxe wishes to select a new marshal and invites his vassals for castle. Vassals for council, not vassals for castle. Ealdorman Ethelmod and Ealdorman Elfsten are the likely candidates. Who do we want to support? Okay, you've given your support to Ethelmod, you've given your support to Elfsten. Elfsten, Ethelmod, Elfsten, Elfsten, Ethelmod, Elfsten, Ethelmod. Oh, I don't know who we actually want to support here. We'll support Ethelmod actually. Yeah, I think that's probably a better chance. And the great thing is Ethelmod actually became marshal, which was good. Excellent. I guess do we resolve all ties? I'm not entirely sure. Ooh, what are you? You're an interesting group. Bandit leader. You are actually a pretty tough war band, even though we got the number advantage. I don't think we want to be taking you on. Wessex, we've made peace with Gulissing. That's hard to say. So that's the green lot, so I believe. No, so that's the pink lot. So we know we're war with the pink, we're just war with the green Welsh. Okay, good to know. If we can find a couple of weak caravans or a weak Welsh lord, we might go for it. We still have quite a few peasants there within our army, so we need to not be perhaps too adventurous. So we're rather deep inside Welsh territory. We can tell these thieves though, and that's not really why we're here. East Anglia and Northumbria at war, that's going to be a big fight. Okay, well yeah, we can ambush them, why not? Everyone loves a good ambush. Again, I don't know how much actually, you know, money we'll get from this in the long run, but we might be able to level up our troops a little bit, which is not a bad thing at all. Okay. And we can get quite a lot of personal experience here just from slaughtering these kind of very low level bandits. And they are just being massacred for the most part. There we go. No losses at all. You guys are going to cost a little bit of money, aren't you? Oh, I'll take the veteran safe hunter because he'll be pretty good in terms of fighting, although he will be rather expensive. And of course, the more expenses we get, the slower it takes for us to actually get to what we need, which is a business. Okay. Grab all that we can, even if it's a bent pitchfork, I can't speak. It will still be worth something. And let's probably get out of Welsh territory because it's probably not a safe place for us to be. And also we've let's avoid you if we can. Our inventory's full, so let's head to Tomtom. See if we can sell our prisoners, sell our gear. Sound like a drug dealer. Here we go, head to the meat hall. There's a happy widow here. I don't think we need her services at the moment. but we will trade with the locals and sell all this random all these random slings and pitchforks. You'd think there's only so much market for slings and pitchforks, but you'd be surprised. It's another 1,000 pennies. It's not bad. We know Chippenham has a kind of semi-permanent, I think even permanent slave trader there, so we can go do that. Do you want to me, Elfston? No, you don't. You're suspicious, which isn't ideal, but that's okay. We'll head on to Chippenham. And go to the meat hall, because Ethelmer the Slaver is always going to be here. I don't know how, it's not going to be a huge amount, but it's going to be something. Okay, obviously we can't upgrade our troops inside here, that's not a problem. Okay, we're just getting more of a front line before we work on anything else, I think. Let's head to Canterbury, see if there's anything interesting going on there. Can I do any tasks for you? No. Cheerio then. Whilst this men, there's only 13 of you, it's probably not worth doing for the most part. Actually, I don't think we need more young warriors for the time being, because I mean they're fine, but they're not that strong of an army really. We're going to be ambushed, aren't we? Yeah. Oh, we've got a couple of our companions with us. If our companions could help, that'd be good. So right now there's about 6 of them trying to all come for us. How many people are trying to ambush us? Clearly quite a few, but that was a big ambush. Only 605 pennies lost. It could have been worse. Belligerent drunk. Do you have any idea who I am? Get out of here. Hello, child. Hello, townswoman. I'm not hiring 10 townswomen for 4,900. I think that might be a bit of a glitch. Finn Archer. I wonder if I then go speak to that townswoman again. Yeah, again, look. I've just discovered a glitch. How about that? I'm not hiring 10 villagers for 5,000 pennies. That's not not a good decision to make. I think that might be a little bit of a bug. That's okay. Trying to see if there are any Welsh caravans I can go for. So I've got a decently sized army, but some of them are still peasants, and that's not great. I mean, they can use slings to some advantage, but not much. Please leave me alone. Oh, there's a big old fight going on there. Let's head back to kind of towards Welsh territory, because eventually there should be some trade coming this way. From Ismon or Kermgwyd. I guess not. I think I can't remember if we've been to the Ancient Stones before. I think we have. Okay, it's probably not an immediate priority for us then. Feasting Wessex, but probably not an immediate priority for us again. That is a group of Vikings we don't really want to be taking on, to be honest. "29 Vikings is a bit too much, I think. Rank young warriors we're friends with, that's not a problem. Let's head back down this way. We didn't really see anyone of interest, sadly. I'm just gonna head to London Wick and go to the meat hall because I don't know if there's any special quests there. We are again capitulating money. We're just about staying even, but I really would like to get about 18,000. Once I get 18,000, can get a business up and running. So farmer. Let's speak to the farmer. We need to go protect London himself. That's fine. Last time we lost a lot of troops doing this, but let's give it a go. It's definitely not a bad idea to have friendly relations with troops nearby, or with villagers nearby. We're actually going to wait out here, I think, for them. We'll wait for them to come to us. I think is probably the better option, all things considered. And I want skirmishers at the back, really. Especially as there's a lot of them. Skirmishers hold here, infantry here, and spearmen here. I'll actually try to organise this village fight for a change. Normally I just charge in. Certainly in Pendor I would just charge in, but this is a bit more of a tough. I wouldn't say it's a harder mod, but they kind of do it in different ways. It's kind of a different type of gritty realism, and I feel like it takes longer to train up new troops. It takes a lot longer to train up troops at a much higher level in comparison to Pendor. Because once you get enough trainer in Pendor, you can just absolutely train a new army within days. I love the variety of their outfits, though. I think that's really cool. Okay, let's go. I'm in charge. I do my cool ninja jumps. Okay, Kaiser improved to level 7, that's good. We'll deal with that next time. There we go, wonderful. 3 renown, and we're going to refuse what they offer because we need to fix our reputation in a hurry. Can we negotiate with you? No. That's fine, I'm sure we'll be able to get more recruits from Lundeham North if we need to. Let's actually just head over there and see what they're offering in terms of recruits. 15 peasants. I'm actually okay. I think we still have enough peasants to be upgrading for the time being. But I think that will do it for today. I don't really want to stop because I'm really enjoying this. However, I think I should. I've worked in a few hours and I need to get a little bit of rest, even if I'm not going to sleep very well. So thank you very much for joining, Whiskers, and anyone else who joined in, as well as Hoxel. Thank you for the PS4 cushion. I'm sorry I couldn't have been more help. But yes, that is probably me done for today. We'll be going, how long? Oh, about 2.5 hours. Yeah, so I think that's probably a good time to stop it for today. Tomorrow, if I can get 7 days to work, I should be doing the 7 days. I also need to record some actual edited videos for YouTube, so I need to record some. I need to record the last episode for Stronghold. I need to do some Valiant Hearts. I need to do some 112 operators. So I've got a lot to record over the next week, and only so much time. But I'm sure I'll make it work somehow. Thank you very much for watching. and take care. Speak to you soon. Bye bye.